Good morning and welcome back to another video, and today is another day of the 0 to Gold Cap Challenge. Now just stick around and enjoy the video. Okay guys, so this week has been a bit of a weird week, but it's been quite a very productive week, so to speak. I've been spending most of my time restocking all of my herbs. I discarded my blacksmithing, and I'll get into that a little bit later on in the video, but just to clear one thing up, I only just did this once for this particular farm, which is the Vortex Pinnacle outside of here, because I had a comment yesterday saying there's no good volatile air farms out there, and this is a rather good volatile air farm because nearly 250 within an hour of farming, and it's about 40 minutes to do. And yeah, I got some nice cool pieces of transmog that will now go on the auction house, so pretty damn happy with that. The one that was of note was the Shadow Skull leggings, which are valued at a min buyout of 19,999 gold, or the market value of 10,000 gold. So pretty damn happy with that. That being the case, let's actually get into what I did for this week. So let's go back to the garrison. Okay, so basically for the actual farm that I've just done, just to clear up the pretty much what I've actually got for the hour of that particular farm, for that particular subscriber, it's roughly around about 18,297 gold I got for that farm, and that's based off of a high pop realm. So pretty damn good, using my enchanting thing to just disenchant all the stuff I didn't want, because the kata stuff takes a little bit longer to sell and I didn't really want to put those on the auction house. Other than that, let's have a look at what I farmed for the week, and we will find out what we've actually been farming here. Now, you don't see that much of transmog, mainly because I didn't do much transmog farming, like hardly at all, because I finished up the farm that I wanted to do for the Mr. Pandaria farms, and I only got this one battle pet, which is the Spirit of Spring. And if we close that, we can then find out the actual price of this, because I actually haven't checked how much it's actually worth yet. I've just left it as soulbound, and it's currently worth around about 2,000 gold. So add that on to everything else for the week, and we're currently sat at 22,642 gold. Now, I did state earlier that I got back my herbalism, and that is mainly because I wanted to restock all of my initial herbs for the auction house. Now, obviously, I got rid of my blacksmithing instead of my inscription, because I have made doubles and or triples of the transmog that I can craft from these, so they will last longer, obviously, so I can then put those on the auction house and just wait until they all sell through, then grab blacksmithing back. Other than that, I grabbed my herbalism just so I can start rebulking material farms again, and that is mainly because we've run out of total supply of all of our stuff. So I spent the actual week trying to farm up a load of these different materials. So for the first load, I actually spent a bit of time in Mount Hyjal, which I shall get up here, and that is currently in Kalimdor, Mount Hyjal, and we'll pull up it on full screen. Basically, all we do is just run along this road, go up and around. I'm actually posting the route right here, and with Mount Hyjal, it's basically just fly in that circle and you just pick up as much Cinderbloom. I didn't really time the Cinderbloom farm all that much, but I just wanted to get to a nice level cap for the Cinderbloom. Other than that, I did farm up the old Visual Hill farm, and I spent a few hours doing that. Well, not a few, about 5 hours doing that. So we have gone over our 7 hours for this week, but it's mainly because I wanted to just gather up as much as I could. So we've got a lot of Sirens Pollen. We've got about 826 Sirens Pollen, along with 560 Star Moss, and unfortunately 65 Winter's Kiss, because I kind of altered the route a little bit, and Probably going to test that a little bit more before I alter the route to see if it will actually be more profitable in the long run. Other than that, I went and did some riverbud farming, and that was mainly with the Visual Hill farm, which obviously has been shown on the screen. And Visual Hill, if you don't know where it is, I will reiterate once again. It's in Kultaras. You go all the way over to Tiragard Sound, and it is right about here, in this lovely spot here. And you just go around in like a weird ass circle shape, and you'll be able to gain all that stuff. The last thing that I actually farmed up was Uldum, and that was Whiptail. Whiptail was brilliant this week, and I just flew around doing that. So mainly, all in all, for this week, I pretty much just did herb farming. And I wanted to double down on herb farming, mainly because I'm out of herbs, and they sell pretty well for a decent amount of gold. And all in all for this week, we have gathered up around about 79,518 gold's worth of stuff, and as a region market value of 164,000 gold. So that's spread across the EU realms. So just to give you guys a base average of how much I actually gathered up. But on my realm, it's just borderline 80,000 gold. So not that good for my realm, but it's most likely going to sell. But that being the case, guys, let's get into the gold for the week. Okay, so the first mailbox clean out is around about 5,894 gold. We have around about 256 auctions in order to open up, so let's get crack-a-lacking with this. So the first clean out, there aren't that many noteworthy items in this one besides the ruby pigment, which I managed to sell from just crushing some old world herbs which I had in my bank, and that has turned out quite nicely. Other than that, it isn't actually that much of a big haul. I'm just selling things like the soldier's cloak, which was that white item that I gained in the dead mines. So it managed to sell, so I'm pretty damn happy with that. I knew it would sell eventually, but you know what I mean. The next clean out is around about 6,991 gold. And the things of note are just low tier transmog, blah blah blah. The discarded experiment, which we got from the Blackwing Descent last week, which was a battle pet. We managed to sell the Pattern of the Sunfire robe, which we got from the Sunwell farm, and that was at 3,500 gold. And that's pretty much it. The rest of it's all low tier transmog, so it's adding up, it's adding up. I'm hoping for a better clean out in the next 190 auctions, but we'll see. I think we sold the Drudgegall. I'm pretty certain I sold my Drudgegall that we got last week from the ICC. So hopefully that should bring back in a nice amount of gold for this week. So the next one that we got is 34,064 gold. The things that are of note are the Relic of Ulduar, which is a stack of it for around about 907 gold, and we managed to sell the Hardened Elementium bars, which were the leftovers from my blacksmithing, along with the Drudgegall for 13,988 gold. That just makes me sad seeing that, but the Drudgegall used to sell for around about 100k, now it doesn't that much, so at least we got like something for it, like nearly 14,000 gold for it, so I'm pretty damn happy with that. We actually sold the golden pigments, which are from just crushing stuff again for inscription, and that is 2,610 gold. And that's pretty much it out of all of that. So the rest of it is just low tier transmog once again. And I'm pretty happy with the clean out, to be fair. Like I can't complain, I can't moan at all. It's doing all right, so to speak. But we have currently around about 106 more auctions in order to open. So let's see what's actually going to go on. The next clean out is around about 11,915 gold. And the things that are of note are the Azerothian diamonds, which we have from our mining a while back. We actually managed to sell a stack of 92 of these for 4,294 gold. 400, that would have been really, really bad. But I'm glad that actually managed to sell. We actually sold the Dark Moon Vest of the Aurora. That was at 1,698 gold. And we managed to sell some Primal Waters, which we got from the Black Temple, where at the first boss there's a load of water elementals. We managed to get 4 Primal Waters and we sold those for 1,245 gold. We also in turn sold some Primal Mana. And we also managed to sell the Blood of the Mountain from Molten Core for 1,283 gold. So I'm not going to complain, that's pretty damn good for another clean out. So it is adding up. We're doing a little bit better than the other week, but obviously because I was a little bit somewhere else, it's, you know what I mean. And apparently an auction has expired for the mystical something and it just isn't there. But, you know. And one of our last cleanouts is around about 8,433 gold, and that is the things that are of note are near or nothing. The shadow pigment for a stack of 200 we sold for 4,000 gold, and some dream shards for 1,225 gold. The rest of it is all low tier transmog or the ultramarine inks. The ultramarine inks don't sell for a lot, mainly because they are the cheapest of inscription stuff. The stuff that I want to sell is the crimson inks, and that's because they're valued really, really highly, and that's why we do the shuffle. But other than that, we seem to have done pretty well for this week. Like, I'm looking at my gold in the bag, and we're doing okay. I just want the last gold for the week to be like really, really good. Like, I'm not too sure it will be, but we'll see. 6 more auctions, and it came to 2,820. 2,820 gold. And the thing that was of note was the Ebonhold gauntlets, and don't ask me where I got those because I do not remember, but I got them somewhere. So we are currently sat at 1,145,840 gold for overall, and we made around about 70,117 gold for the week. So it's been a pretty low week for gold, but I'm pretty happy with all of that. We've done some more farming, and we're most likely going to start making our money back and get up to those good weeks again. I'm going to try and see if we can get back up to those 300k weeks for gold. That would be brilliant. That would make my day. So hopefully if I start bulking out the auction house a little bit more and just focusing on what is primarily working, and then we will do all of that. Other than that, guys, I asked you guys yesterday for a poll to see what videos are doing well. Like, I'm working on quite a lot at the exact same time, so which one should I pour the most of my focus in? It seems to be that the TSM guide is literally the one that you guys all want to see, so I will do the TSM guide for Monday's video. The follow-up video will be the second place one, and that is the daily gold one. So I'm going to look forward in order to make these because they're going to be exceedingly fun to do. Other than that, guys, have a lovely rest of the week, and I shall see you in the next video, which will be on Monday. Take it easy, guys.